Alright, let's be real. If you're anything like me, you've probably experienced this in the past. That was me sitting on my bed, scrolling through TikTok, YouTube Shorts, wondering where everything went wrong in my life. Seeing Miami kids basically live the dream life, right? Driving Lambos, selling courses, motivating people, and basically making crazy money from like niches I've never heard in my life, right? I look at it, I get inspiration. I said, if they can do it, I can do it too. I take the risk. I quit my job and I put myself in a position where the only option was change. What's up, boys? If you're new here, my name is Glenn Powell, and I quit my job 4 months ago to make money online. I've tried everything in the books, guys. I wouldn't even lie to you. While quitting my job, I was using my savings to basically do everything. So at the point, I was running out of my savings, right? I told myself I'm never ever gonna work a job again after I quit my job, right? And what I do is I had this idea in mind, starting a cleaning agency. There was a time I had gone to Maryland, and me and my friend went to his auntie's house, and I noticed that she is a busy professional, and she had cleaners come over to clean her apartment. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, I haven't seen no ads ran in my city based on cleaning services. Maybe I should start a cleaning agency, and I take the risk with the last $200 I have in my bank account. And I started a cleaning agency, right? Do I know where it's gonna go? Do I think it's easy? I don't know what it's all about, right? I just started. I started in November and now it's February right now. I didn't know I was gonna end here running a cleaning agency. I'm not gonna go too much on that yet, but in the next videos we're gonna talk about that. I just want to talk about like the things they don't tell you or the things you don't really reflect on when you're like chasing success and you wanna leave your current reality so bad. You don't want to live this life no more. You wanna escape. You wanna be better. You wanna be different, right? When I was stuck at the job, I didn't like my life at all. Do I like it right now? Not one bit. I don't think that it is easy, right? Starting a whole company, I didn't know what was involved. I just want to start an online business, and I'm here and I'm starting something that's a service based um agency, right? And it's like it's something that it requires a lot more than just Shopify, drop shipping, and like just like meta ads and stuff like that, right? There's a lot that goes into like starting an actual business. I figured all that out, right? And I'm at a point where it's like I just gotta keep on going because I feel like if you don't give up, you cannot fail, right? That's just the logic. But I'm in a phase where it's like I'm in the boring, repetitive phase, and I hate it because it's not exciting no more, right? I like the fun part, the building phase, the planning phase, but when it comes to executing, just like getting more reps in, that's when everything changes, right? Everything just switches up, and it's like this is the boring phase where the only thing that matters is reps. You just gotta put in work, more volume, right? No one knows you. No one knows you do this service, right? You have to go out there. You have to put in more work, right? Running ads wouldn't help you at this time, right? Running ads could help you, but you have to have a lead magnet, right? For you to run your ads. You can't just run blank ads and send people to your landing page. It's not gonna work, right? And I did that. I had to learn from actual experience because I had ran ads and it didn't work, right? Money down the drain, pop. That's it. So it's just a journey where I'm like just doing it and learning while I'm doing it as well. But one thing that I can say is that everything in life is hard. Working a job is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Starting a business is hard. At the end of the day, you just gotta choose your own heart. Like what are you willing to like sacrifice? What are you willing to like just go out there and chase? But talking about the hard parts of like just going out there and chasing successes, number one, I'll say you have to, from what I've experienced while I started my cleaning agency, I'd say you have to be cold hearted. Not cold hearted in a bad way. You just have to be tolerant to rejection because you get a lot of that, right? One thing I've been doing is I've been going out there and doing card drop offs, right? Door to door card drop offs for my business, kind of like advertising, going to businesses, trying to post flyers for my business, right? And I'll say for the most part, it's been respectful, right? It's been respectful. I haven't seen nobody um, be. I mean, like there was a guy that was a little bit not interested, but it doesn't mean he was disrespectful. He was just cold, and it's quite normal, right? You're just gonna have to do with a lot of no's, and it's gonna be hard to be able to take those no's at first, but you just gotta. It's the name of the game, man. You just gotta do it. It's hard. Rejection is hard, but you gotta do it, right? Another thing, we're talking about the no's that people say no to you in the form of like rejection. You're also one thing I've noticed about running a business is like your time is very limited, right? I'm obviously in a growing phase right now. Not only run this business, I'm also going out there. I'm in college, and I'm working. At least that's what my parents know, that I'm working. And then it's like you're gonna be when you go to like networking events and stuff like that. Just I've been going to networking events trying to get the business out there, and I've noticed that you're gonna have to say no to people as well, because people will want your time a lot. People will want your attention. They'll want to sell you a lot of things, but like you have to say no because your time is valuable. You're a small business, and you have to like use that time to like build the business rather than stupid networking. I think is networking is good, especially for like service based business. But I'm at a point where it's like what I want with this agency is quite different than what I see around me, and I'm ready to do something out of the ordinary, right? I'd rather put in my own work, put in my own efforts, and keep on learning every day. It's a continuous journey. You just gotta keep on learning every day, right? And tell you what, I haven't worked the job for 4 months. I think this is the fifth month. We just entered the fifth month since it's February. But I'll tell you, the feeling of uncertainty and brokenness, bro. I've been so broken. It's like I'm not saying this just from like obviously I haven't worked the job, so it's like I have to like find other ways to make money, right? Doing side hustles and stuff like that to fund the business and just fund my life in general, right? But it's very uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. It is very uncomfortable just not knowing where it's like everything depends on you. And it's like it's not a comfortable situation to be in, right? A lot of people wouldn't take this risk because they like the comfort, bro, of like just going out there, being part of a team, right? And working a job and having security based pay, right? You have 2 weeks bi-weekly pay, right? And they're quite comfortable with that, right? But in this position, it's like everything depends on you. Nothing, no one's gonna just pay you for 2 weeks of working, going to a job like that. You're gonna have to be more disciplined with your time. You're gonna have to make time. No one's gonna force you to go out there and make money. You're just gonna have to go do it. And you have to be disciplined with your time, right? You have to know that say things and actually do them, right? It is quite hard. It is uncertainty that you don't want to be dealing with. I wouldn't want to deal with this uncertainty, but this is the life I chose, and it's like at the end of the day, what do I want out of my life? So I have to like deal with it, right? That's the second thing. The third thing I'll say, isolation, guys. I know it's probably one in three at this point, but isolation and the feeling of people not even understanding you. Obviously, I haven't told a lot of people about my business, right? I say just two of my friends know about it, and they're quite supportive, right? But they're not gonna do nothing for you. Right? They just say, keep going, bro, and say, man, I pray for you, stuff like that. Just keep going, right? They'll root for you, and at the end of the day, they can't really do much, right? You're gonna have to go out there. You're gonna have to chase it on your own. It's gonna be isolation, right? It's like you're a lone wolf, and I get why people don't want to be a lone wolf because it's quite hard being a lone wolf, just out there not being part of a team and doing all of this by yourself is not easy, right? When you're working a job, you feel better because you're part of a community that's building something, right? So I would understand why people wouldn't want to do it because it's quite hard just being in isolation. People don't understand where you're coming from. They'll be like, yikes, you're in college. Why are you trying to get, start this company for? But they don't understand you. You know where you want to be at, right? I know I have a plan. I have a map that I'm trying to follow. It's part of my goals, right? And it's not. It's like a lot of things that go through in my brain that I can see it, and I just gotta keep on acting every day, right? It's just the uncertainty of like everything. It is not cool, and sometimes it's quite hard when the people that you need support from the most is the people that are kind of like tearing you down or like just not supporting you. But with everything being said here right now, I can tell you one thing, guys, that if you want to start a business, if you want to go all in on something, right? You have a feeling that you want to do something with your life. You don't gotta be a business. Whatever you want to do, I'd say that go ahead and do it. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. Because tell you what, we live in an age where the most valuable resources available to us, and that's information, right? You can ask AI. We have Google, we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, right? It's always like, first of all, you have to know what you want to do, right? And then figure out how to do it. So at least you have a plan, right? You have steps to follow. So you go out there and you try your best, right? You put in work. And though it might not go like by the books and stuff like that, right? There's gonna be hard breaks here and there, but like you go out there, you put in effort, be persistent, and since you know, because there's information literally anywhere, you can go out there, you plan, you execute, you analyze, and then you reiterate, right? You start again, you do it all over again, you redo it, right? You plan, you execute, you analyze, you redo it, right? You do it again. That's the PAIR method, right? PEAR, right? You plan, you execute, you analyze, you redo it again, 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 man. Do not give up. I'm reading this one book by Brian Tracy right now. He's talking about, I'm in a chapter where he's talking about persistence, right? You gotta be persistent, bro. Doing the hard, boring work is easy. Anyone can plan, bro. I have visions. I have visions for a lot of business ideas in my brain, and I can get that set up in less than no time, right? But the issue now is like doing the repetitive work of getting the business out there, trying to make people know that you're in business and you're doing this thing. It's quite hard, but you just gotta keep on going, guys. I feel like I've been yapping a lot, but if you stay to the end, I appreciate you watching the video, and I wish you continued success and best of luck this year. And catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.